thank you to everybody that's contributing to my live. I know the best is back. Guys, I've got some cute presents off Jay. I've got a fridge magnet. Because for those of you that don't know, if I ever open a P.O. box, right, P.O. box, whatever it is, thank you, Becky and Hidden Gem. We've got my Lynn's back in the room. I'm starting to collect fridge magnets, guys. So Jay brought me a lovely fridge magnet and a friendship band, yes. And I'm going to see Jay in a couple of weeks, so I will collect them now. I will. Like when anyone goes away, I'll just say, get me a fridge magnet. I've collected them this year, guys, these fridge magnets. I collect them too from all around the world. This is what I'm starting to do. So what have I got there? Oh my God, let me show you a few. Right, I'll show you my favourites. So, Reese got me that one. Yeah, Reese got me that one from Bognor Regis. For some reason, Tilly's obsessed with this. Yeah, does a little thing. And then that's my favourite one so far that I've collected. That's from Tenerife. That one. And then we got that from Scotland. Yes, the little moo cow. I love them. I'm easy pleased, me guys, you know. Easy please. Come on, get back on your bitch. You can tell I'm getting old, can't you? But because I've been to Rome and I didn't get a fridge magnet from there because I weren't collecting at the time. So if anybody goes to Rome, will you get me a fridge magnet, please? Thank you. Where else have I been? Egypt, I never got one from there. Cyprus, I never got one from there. And I don't think I'll be going to them places again. So if you do end up in them parts of the globe, please pick me up a fridge magnet. And I'll even open a P.O. box so you can send me the fridge magnets. I have ordered them online. Well, I'll put them in my Amazon box. Lynn's, my darling. Big up, Lynn's. Oh, thank you, Lynn's, darling. Send me one, Angie. So I'll put them in my Amazon basket. And I ain't gonna lie, they were 15 quid. I ain't fucking paying £15 for a fridge magnet. I mean. But if my Team Reds, you know, want to treat me to a fridge magnet and a postcard, absolutely. Please send me one from Cornwall, Lexi. So everybody, I am back in action. I'm feeling grand. Jay's back. We just need Luke to come back now. And yes, the click is back together. The click is clicking. How do I send a fridge magnet? I'll get a P.O. box just for fridge magnets. Do you know what I mean? Victoria said no thanks. Well, I bet you're for the party, Victoria. I mean, yeah, Tunisia. We'll have one from Tunisia. CLA wants you to sing. What now? Thank you, Moya. I love you too. So, me and CLA we've sorted this singing thing out. We've sorted this. Yeah, get one from Ireland for me, please, Belfast. We've sorted this singing thing out and it's going ahead. So this is going to happen next week, guys. Thank you, everybody. Guys, can we hit these potato targets, please? Thank you very much, and get the heartmies in. Thank you. Top girl, yes, please, my darling. And what I want you to do is put a kiss on the back of it, just from you to me, and then I'll sleep with it under my pillow and give it a bit of a tongue in. Do you know what I mean? Yes, top girl. Manchester, I'll have one of them. I hope you're not copying. What did Cherry Lip say? I hope you're not copying Evil Queen with your P.O. box. Oh shit, she hasn't got a P.O. box, has she? Oh, I better not get a P.O. box then, guys, because I'll be copying people. Oh, how are we going to get them sent? Can Top Girl be mod then? Me and Cockapoo need to work on our... Not Cockapoo, Top Girl need to work on our relationship a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then she can become mod. Edit Linz! But the only thing is, guys, still with my illness, it's really sore still here when I speak. Big love, Stacey. Thank you, darling. Thank you for the wristbands. Thank you, Munch. Love them, Chris. Yeah, I like Top Girl. It took me a while to get to you know, to get to used to her. Do you know what I mean? But I've just realised that she's what is Top Girl? She's sarcastic. You know, and we're all about the sarcasm around these ways. Oh no, tuna fowl. We're going to be talking about it today. Oh, Angie, sorry, darling. Angie's eyes, pull it up a bit. They're just hard to control some days. Don't mod her. No, I will mod you one. Thank you very much. Yes. Right, guys, we need to get to 200k taps and then we will get on with the FYP show. I just want to check in with everybody. How is everybody today? I just want to know how you are. Is everybody okay? Oh, thank you, Claire, darling. What's going on in the chat? Thank you, everybody. It's Alexa plays Friday.
Friday.
Chinese
Dopamine re-edit by Reton.
Up, time to shut the clock down. This is not how I woke up. But
Alexa off. So, I was in CLA's chat this morning.
be on till morn,
Alexa off.
and it just goes on. Time to make the clock go up. Time to shut the clock down. This is not how I
Big love, Brookie, 69.
If you live with me,
Alexa off.
rinse and repeat.
Why is she not working, guys? Why does she do this to me? It was going so well. Oh, hello, Papa Blaze, darling. Alexa, volume 1. Right, so I was speaking to CLA this morning in a chat, and like I say, this singing thing's going ahead. Thank you, Amanda and Anne-Marie. Mwah. We're going to do it next week, and I cannot wait for this. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. Morning, Miss T, my darling. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. You guys wanted it, so it's going to happen. I can't wait. Oh, excuse me, guys. She was practicing this morning. I've got the video here. Morning, Claire Marie. But we can't stand that. I know, but do we like anybody on TikTok, really? Do you know what I mean? I sit there and I say to Jay, I don't like anybody today. It's gotta be. What did Cockapoo say? It's gotta. Alexa, play Lana Del Rey, Summertime. I've never heard this song before.
By Lana Del Rey on Amazon Music.
Lena is... She's mother, is she? Right, do you know what, guys? We need to crack on with these taps. I refuse to do the FYP show until we hit the taps. Gotta be Over the Rainbow. It is a beautiful song, that though, isn't it, Lynn's Over the Rainbow. Rena Del... I don't know, I can't pronounce her name. You can tell me 10 times, I'll forget to remember. Do you know what I mean? Oh, guys, I'm not loving this top. Look at me. Things popping out everywhere. Do you know what I mean? I can't be doing this. I'll get banned. Lena. It's tell me off, fresh off holiday.
No, I really have had enough.
No, Jay.
Lana, copy what I say, yeah? Lana
Del
Rey.
Lana Del Rey.
I'll say it again.
Lana Del Rey.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Jay,
What?
have you enjoyed your week off from
I had a
me?
fucking brilliant time, darling. apart from
Do you know what
apart from the 3-hour delay on the runway, on the aeroplane, 3 hours just sat there. Then we get caught in a fucking thunderstorm, sweetheart. My mum has grabbed onto some woman's scalp in front of her and she's holding on to this woman's scalp. Oh, honestly, it was just nuts. A little boy behind me was like, it was his first time on the aeroplane. He went, is this meant to be happening? I said, no, it ain't. I scared him shitless, but I was really scared.
Honest to God, Jay. Honest to God, guys, she got caught in a thunderstorm.
Fucking bastards.
Your mum was scared, weren't she? And the
No,
kids
she
were
was scared.
snoring.
No, she did. Honest to God, that woman was like being straddled in the front. But, you know, we were scared, so
But here you are, Jay.
I made it. I cannot believe it. I made it.
You back, my darling?
I'm back. Anyway, I'm going. Oh, wait.
Love
Lana
you,
Del
Jen.
Rey. Say it again.
Lana Del Rey.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Right. Honest to God, I've left her alone. There's been thank you, Broken Soul, and the elusive me. Thank you, Fran. There's times I've wanted to reach out and speak to her, but I thought, nah, because she told me under no circumstances, don't contact her, even if I'm no longer here. You know, nobody's to contact her. She doesn't care until I get home. Do you know what I mean? And that was a conversation that we had. She said, I don't care what happens, do not contact me. Georgia, I swear to God, I was like, oh, you're a good friend, didn't you? Do you know what I mean? Mate, but it might be my last phone call, the last person I want to speak to. Don't give a shit. That's what she said to me. Alexa, volume 8.
I'm having trouble hearing. Can you say that again?
Alexa, play the BBC News theme.
BBC News theme by TV Theme Tune Factory on Amazon Music.
Good morning, everybody. Thank God it's Friday, because it only means one thing, Chinese food and a pounding. Guys, buckle up, buttercups, because today is going to be one heck of a show. Yes, we're going to get you all in the box to have your opinions. Absolutely we are. Trigger warning for those sensitive souls out there. One trigger warning and one trigger warning only for the Miss Fran show, because then it just becomes a whole fucking trigger warning, do you know what I mean? Oh, Alexa, off.
I'm dancing with tears in my eyes.
Oh, I love the Mayfair Blue when I'm feeling better, guys, honestly.
'Cause the girl in my arms
Alexa, stop. We got it.
dancing with.
Bitch. She's mocking me now. And don't be laughing about my socks, alright? Got cold floors here. Don't even try it with my socks this morning. I am the kind of woman that wears socks in bed, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Wear socks everywhere, wear them in Tenerife as well, on the beach, everywhere. I don't give a fuck. Thank you very much. Guys, I'm joking about the socks in bed. There's nothing more off-putting, do you know what I mean? Ugh. If someone even tried to get in bed with socks on, he'd get booted straight back out. Not today, mate, not today. Oh, guys, so we're going to start off the news with, I will trigger warn this. What is this man on? He's on some next level breakdown. And this isn't me mocking breakdowns, but it can be the only explanation for it. Thank you, Jimmy. I like that dress. Jesus, please, 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 Jesus, cleanse the eyes from what we have just seen. But why is this shit popping up on my FYP? It don't matter how many accounts I block. Exactly, brother. It ain't even a laughing matter, guys. I'm serious now. And I don't like using the word trigger, but it's fucking triggering the life out of me. The fact that these are popping up. Suze, don't even do me dirty today. Suze has just come in. She knows empty. She knows what time it is and she's going to come and embarrass me. Please, you never see it. You're lucky. I've got the man blocked and all these accounts are put in. This man wearing dresses. To be fair, he is pulling the dresses off. I'm not going to lie. Alpha Bar could take some fashion tips off him. Do you know what I mean? But nevertheless, don't want to see it, Paul. Leave it out. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm all up for everybody doing what makes them happy, but you never see him cockapoo. He's continuously on my FYP. And it's making me really moody now. I've reported it to TikTok. I have put a report in with TikTok and I've said to TikTok, please sort this out, otherwise I'm leaving. And I'm not even joking. So anyway, guys, is free at last? Are you here, darling? Thank you everybody for the gifts. Thank you so much. Free at last, are you here? I wanted to ask you a favour. If you're here, I'm sure you're not, but I've tagged you in a video of CLA and I want you to do a remix, please, of what I've tagged you in, so I can play it as, comment please, so I can play it as an opening theme song. So CLA sang me a little song yesterday, Morning Gym Lad, and I want it converted into like, an electronic robot dance track. Do you know what I mean, guys? And then that'll be my new introduction to the FYP. So we need to get this to him. Right, so CLA is taking this singing competition between me and her very seriously. Obviously, she's heard the news that one time I was a professional singer and I ain't want to be messed with around these TikTok ways. So she's practicing, and I must say she looks very beautiful in this video. Yes, she's the mushroom hairdo. Thank you for that crown, Abby. The mushroom hairdo's toned down a little bit.
It's a great one, and I've even got a thing with it.
This was her practicing this morning. Do you remember yesterday when I called her microphone shit? She's defensive over the microphone, look.
It's a great one, and I've even got a thing with it. It's not a shitty one. Pick me up before you go. Summertime sadness. And I just wanted you to know that baby, you're the best. I got my red dress on tonight, dancing in the dark in a pale light. Got my hair a real big beauty queen style. My heart is on. I'm feeling.
Anyway, that's CLA, right, guys, practicing her song for the competition. But CLA, I don't want to piss on your cornflakes, darling, but you're not allowed to use vocals. You have to come with a backing track, darling, because otherwise it's not a fair competition. As beautiful as you sounded there, you cannot sing under terms and conditions for the competition. Oh, free at last. Thank you, Sophie. I tagged you in a video of CLA singing. Will you do me like an electro voice song to what I've tagged you in, so I can play it on my when I introduce the FYP? Right, let me pin your comment. Yeah, if you could do that, please. I've tagged you in it. Do like a little dancey soundtrack for me, please, darling. And if it makes it to iTunes #1, every penny goes to you and CLA, because you know she's going to want a little bit of the money, probably 99%, if you're going to use her voice for a track. So disclaimer, if you do this work, she will want 99% of the proceeds, otherwise you're going to get your ass sued and she'll have a barrister on your ass, you know what I mean? But thank you for that anyway. Anyway, CLA, thank you, Shell and Coco. You can't have the actual singer singing with the track. If you want me to send you over a brilliant backing track, I'll do that, CLA. But you can't do it, darling. Only instrumental only, because it's cheating and we can't hear your voice. Do you think that's fair, guys? Yeah, who agrees with me? Thank you, Amy, darling, that CLA is not allowed to use the vocal on the track. Quick poll, happy face, yes. She's not allowed to use it, sad face, no. She can use it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's not a singing competition, is it? And she can have the reverb on a mic. I don't mind that. Because I'm going to have a microphone. So I'm going to get my microphone out for the first time. And I'll have a little reverb on that too. Yes. There you go. Everybody agrees with me. Morning, Chrissy, darling. It's happening next week, guys. Yeah, we're going to do it next week. We're going to have 2 battles. And then she'll sing her song, I'll sing my song. The thing is, I'll probably lose because Evil Queen's going to come in, gift alliance and universes, so she wins me. But we'll do it fair around these ways, guys. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so CLA needs to learn the words. Anyway, moving on from CLA. We haven't arranged a day yet. It will be done, but we haven't arranged a day. So, guys, Alpha believes she's the real life Alpha after reading the Wicked book for the first time. Yes.
She was born a hermaphrodite, or maybe entirely male. Oh, you see a crustacean everywhere you look, said the lion. I'm only repeating what folks say, said the Tin Man. Everyone is entitled to an opinion, said the lion. She was deprived of her mother's love, is how I've heard it. She was an abused child. She was addicted to medicine for a skin condition. She was unlucky in love, said the Tin Man. Like the rest of us. She's a woman who prefers the company of other women, said the Scarecrow sitting up. I'm not even shitting you. I know. I was like that when I found out. This was after I came out as trans. And apparently my mum actually just said to me I was born with more estrogen. Do you see an Adam's apple? It's not very visible, is it? Look. And look, like, I'm being honest, it's actually crazy. Should we just carry on? Like, it freaks me out. Should we just carry on? Okay. I'll start with the page again. Right, ready? Wicked by Gregory Maguire. Walked past, possessed by deep calmly. She was.
So, Alpha is reading the Wicked book. And according to the Alpha one, the similarities from the real Alpha and herself. Big love, Dead Wings, darling. Thank you. The comparison between the real Alpha and Alpha is uncanny. Yes, it's basically mirroring her life, word for word, in the Bible of the Wicked thing. But what I want to know is, love you lots too, Dead Wings. What I want to know is, does it have a section in the book that talks about scabies, chocolate boxes? What else have we had? Bed books? Yes. Because if all them are mentioned in the books that the real Alpha has experienced, then Alpha's onto something. But unless the scabies, the chocolate boxes, and many other things are not mentioned, then it can't be true, obviously. I'm that intrigued, I might even read the book myself. Do you know what I mean? But no, seriously, joking aside, it just goes to show the crusty sock. I forgot about that, please. Not Tashmoric. So it just goes to show that the delusion there and the unhealthy obsession, joking aside, is real, because Alpha really thinks that this book is... Do you get what I'm saying, guys? It's quite scary, actually. Can we keep... Yes, Jade Marie. I mean, I've never read a book yet. I mean, oh, you know, this is me. This is what I've been through. Yeah, say Alpha please get a grip, darling. But in all fairness, I do love the fact, thank you, Wendy, that the book is catered, you know, for, you know, it's not catered, but, you know, for the trans community and everything. Do you know what I mean? Because there's not many musicals that I'm aware of or anything like that centres around this. So I think it's lovely. Thank you, Jenna B, darling, that the book, you know, do you get what I'm saying? Yes. I've got, bye, Linz, darling. I'll speak to you later. Bye, Linz. Have a lovely day, and thank you for coming in and showing some love. Anyway, inclusive. The book is AI generated. What does that mean? AI generators. I don't understand that. AI generated. Oh, thank you, Jimmy, darling. So anyway, I'm going to move on from the Alpha Bar. Guys, unfortunately... Oh, as well, thank you, everybody. I just want to send my love out to G Crew because he's been poorly in hospital. Yeah, so sending love out to G Crew, guys, because he's been poorly in hospital. But I'm also going to send love out to Luna. I need to call the tuna then. That's purposeful, by the way. Sending love out to Luna. Hi, Molly, because she had a fall from a wheelchair last night. And, yeah, so there's a lot of people upset this morning, you know, that she's had this nasty fall. So we're going to play a few videos on that this morning. However, you know, she had this terrible fall, but fortunately she still made it to the musical that she was attending. And after the musical, she went to A&E. But I've got a sneaky suspicion that the council will be getting a letter from one's lawyers, and there will be a claim here, because where there's a blame, there's a claim. Yes. And I'm not going to claim definitely going in. Luna, darling, hello. We was just speaking about you, and I was just sending love out because I know that you've had I know you're here, darling. I know you've had a nasty fall in your wheelchair, and good on you for making it to the musical. Don't let anything ever stop you from, you know, doing what you want to do. And I'm so glad that you got back in your chair, darling, and you made it to that musical, and I hope everything's okay. But joking aside, Luna, we're saying around these ways that where there's a blame, there's a claim. And I seen that step, darling. I seen that step, and not even I could see a step. Yes, it's dangerous. So let's show you this. Let's show you the video.
Where's the step?
Where's the step? And we're going to do a poll as well. Happy face, you can see the step. Sad face, you can't. We'll do a quick poll. Let me play the video.
You cannot clearly see the step.
Can't see it.
There's no obvious step until you're on top of it. Until you're right on top of it, you don't see the step. Anyway, and for those of you who are saying I'm going to claim, no, I'm not.
Luna, fuck that, darling. You can't even see a step there, do you know what I mean? And I'm not even taking the piss now. That is dangerous. Like, you know, God forbid your injuries were worse. You know, you've come out quite lucky really with a bad knee. Yeah, it could have been really bad. There's nothing there. Get that claiming, girl. Yes.
That's still on my mind. I'm not putting a claim in.
You know you are.
What I will do is contact the council and say to them they need to make this area safer, and ask them to put markings down that are clearer. I'm certainly not going to put a claim in. Put a claim in.
Luna, you are. You know you are.
Put a claim in.
Who'd put a claim in, guys? You know, we're going to do another poll around these ways, and then we'll get on with the rest of the video. Joking aside, that you cannot see a step there. Quick poll. Thank you, everybody. Happy face, you'd put a claim in because there's no step. You can't see a step. Sad face, you wouldn't. Shit happens. That's what I believe. Where there's a blame, there's a claim. Absolutely. Think how many cruises you can go on with that, Luna. That'll be, you can cruise for the rest of your life. I mean, if you want to, you know, send me a little bit of something for encouraging, you're more than welcome, darling. Yes. Yeah, you did the same, wouldn't you? Anyway, let's get back on to Luna. Come on. Sorry, it's the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi slowing down, guys. Oh, guys. Is this one going to play? This one says Antoinette Luna took a tumble from her wheelchair on her way to the theatre. She's injured and doesn't know what to do, but she did go to A&E.
So I'm just going to sit at the table at the pub and talk to you guys for a minute.
Put them horns on.
So the reason for me coming on now is to ask you guys to help me decide what to do. For those who don't know, I crashed my wheelchair before the theatre, and I landed on both my knees.
Oh,
My left knee is sore but okay. My right knee is really, really hurting. And I can't stand up. I actually can't stand and weight there on my right leg.
bless her.
And I agree with what a lot of you are saying on TikTok. I want to go home. I actually agree with what a lot of you are saying. But at the same time, I can't stand up. I would normally call my PA, but I know she's not available.
Luna, you got a PA? Is she still in the chat? Have you got a PA, darling? Personal assistant? Jesus, you're doing really well on here. Why not got a PA? Oh, like a carer, okay. I was going to say, girl, if you've got a PA, you must be doing well. Like a support workout, brilliant. Okay.
So I've got options and I'm trying to decide what to do. My parents are way too far away. They're in their 80s. There's no chance I'm phoning my parents. Not a chance. Oh, I certainly don't need to phone 911 or 999. Oh, bloody hell, no chance. Yes, Peter, the wheelchair's fine. The wheelchair is fine. No.
Did somebody, seriously, the woman's fell, done a knee in, and someone had just asked how the wheelchair was? Some of you people on TikTok ain't right, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Woman can't walk and you're asking if the wheelchair's okay. Some sick people on this app. Thank you, Tam, darling. Is the wheelchair okay? Never mind the wheelchair. How do you think poor Luna is feeling? You know what I mean? But I'm glad that you made it to the show, and people shouldn't be, making fun of her, because it's quite serious. She could need a knee operation or anything like that, and she's going to be in bad pain for a while. But anyway, of course, this guy had to pipe up. John in the middle of the ocean. He's always got something to say, ain't you, John? Do you know what I mean? Luna's just had a terrible accident, and here you go, piping it up again. Could have just sent condolences, do you know what I mean? But no, you have to pipe up. John in the middle of the ocean.
Thought of the day. I'm sure there's a law that says if you are riding a bike or driving some sort of scooter, you can't be on your phone and focusing on that. Because why? Accidents happen. Thought of the day.
Just had to get his tempe worth in, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? Look how happy he is. Look. Right, we'll do a quick poll. Who thinks John's right? Happy face, yes, John's right. Sad face, no, it's not. John, don't be bitter. Guys, come on now. You could not see that step. At all. Even Luna voted. Thank you, Luna, considering it's about you. I got you, girl, don't worry. I'll be having words with John. Was you nearly run over by one? I know people are so cruel. Yeah, John. People think John's right. I disagree with John. I do. Personally myself, I know John and Luna's got beef, but I just would have said, hope you get better soon. And she nearly ran you over. Did she? Are you trolling me? Because I can't see Antoinette doing something like that. Don't come in here trolling Antoinette. Luna. I'll call you Luna. Sorry, darling. Because I'm just not having it. Right, guys. Anyway, sending love out to you, darling. I hope you're okay and your knee gets better soon. And I'm glad you never missed the musical. Don't let anything ever get in your way. Especially a step. Yes. Right, guys. Moving on. Where we're going to go to next. Corey, are you here, darling? Because it's about you. He pops in every couple of minutes to see if I'm speaking about it. Okay, what was that comment? You're not allowed to be on any mobile device while operating any sort of mobility vehicle. I didn't know this. I didn't know this. Maybe it was her fault a little bit, but come on, have a bit of compassion. Do you know what I mean? I did, Toria. Oh, here he is. Here he is, the Corey one. He's like the Candyman. Shout his name 3 times and he shall appear. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Guys, I want to send out love to King Louis. I did see the video and I also, sent him some love. So basically, guys, you're always here, you never leave, liar. So basically, guys, King Louis at the moment is suffering with some kind of heart rejection. So he's going into hospital and he's going to be put on something that's going to help him there. So we send lots of love out to Louis. I have sent him some love. So I will get her in the box. Can we have some blue hearts for Louis, please, guys? Thank you. He is. Do you know what? I want that John in here too, because he needs to stop it now, Luna.
Hi, Miss Red.
Hi, darling. How are you this morning? Because I know you've been in A&E all night.
I've hardly slept. I don't want sympathy. And I am going to make it absolutely clear. There is absolutely no way I'm putting a claim or anything like that in. What I am going to do is ask the council to make the steps clearer, to put some sort of markings down. Because if you look carefully, you can also see, and somebody else said this in my live, this wasn't me who said this first, this is somebody else who said this first. Also, blind people, there's no, apart from the actual step, there's none of those braille marking things down for people with visual disabilities. Yeah. And because those steps are so hard to see, I know other people have fallen down them because they blend in so well, especially when there's no light. During the daytime, you can see them, but in the early evening, like I was, or in dusk or in the dark, you can't see the step. And there's 3 of them round that complex that are like that. And by the way, I am talking properly. This is my voice, very tired. And my voice breaks up and croaks.
Sorry, Luna, darling. I'm just going to tell these off. Guys, don't talk about her voice because she's been sat in A&E and you got told off for being on light, being in the A&E.
I was going to come to that in a second, Miss Red, if you don't mind. Can I tell you what happened? I was in one of my mods' lives chatting, and it turns out that one of my known trolls, and it was my known troll, one of, put the hospital switchboard phone number in the chat, and 2 people phoned the hospital as a result of one of my known trolls phone putting the phone number in the chat, 2 people phoned the hospital. I had a chat with the nurse. I was asked to turn my stream off because they thought the way they'd been told, they were told that I was streaming round the hospital, as in I was actually going around the hospital streaming. Now, what I was sat in the waiting room, completely away from anybody. Nobody else was in the live. Nobody else was visible. And I was sat with the wall behind me. There was only 4 other people in the waiting room, and it wasn't any of them that said anything, because after I went off live, I turned to everybody who was in the waiting room, because there were only 4 people, and I said something along the lines of, I apologise if I've upset anybody by being on live with my friends. And they said, no, not at all, because I was on my own. They understood I was talking with friends because I was on my own. I wasn't filming in the hospital. I was literally sat in the waiting room, not filming round the hospital at all. So afterwards, I had a chat with the nurse that asked me, and she confirmed that they'd had 2 calls. I think it's despicable that somebody has put the phone number of the hospital in the chat, and then 2 people have gone off phoning the hospital and taking nurses away from helping people in A&E to come looking for me. Now, if I was streaming round the hospital and showing other patients, I would be wrong doing that. And I wasn't doing that at all.
No.
And I would be wrong doing that. I completely agree. But I did not at all show anybody else.
You didn't.
Does that make
I
sense?
can confirm that.
Pardon?
I watched it all. I watched it. I can confirm. You never showed anything, did you, darling?
No, I didn't. And I am also going to say that I've slept in the armchair overnight. Well, I've barely slept. I've had about 1 hour's sleep.
Oh,
I am in
darling.
considerable pain. Oh, what's up?
I've got a ghost called Jimmy. Just shut the door.
Hello, Jimmy.
I'll send you over.
But yeah,
Thank you.
I appreciate your support. And to all the bullies, to all the trolls, to everybody who won't leave me alone, I just want to say enough's enough. Just stop and leave me alone. My mental health is suffering from all the bullying I'm getting. My physical health is suffering from all the bullying I'm getting. I've got so many friends on this app now. You should see how many messages I've had since last night in the accident. And yet, to all those people who say I shouldn't go to A&E after the show, I went to the show because I had an ice pack on and I took painkillers, and I genuinely thought I'd be okay.
Yeah.
But then when at the end of the show I couldn't stand, I genuinely thought, right, I might have done something. And I seriously was trying to decide what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to explain why. When I went to A&E and I said, I'm sorry if I'm wasting your time, they said to me, and I quote, "You should never apologise for feeling the need to come to A&E. That is what we're here for."
What A&E's for, darling?
Exactly. And I know I won't get an appointment with my GP. And even if I did get an appointment with my GP, I know exactly what they're going to say. Go to A&E and get an X-ray. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
A&E actually wanted me to sit there all night. And they said to me, see orthopedics in the morning. Not orthopedics, sorry, I'll get it right. They said to me to see a physio in the morning. And they said to me, if you want to go home, that's fine. If you want to come back, that's fine. And come back in the morning and see a physio. I'm not going to go because I know that it's a soft soft tissue injury. And it's going to take time to heal. And I know that.
Guys, please don't say it's a drain on the NHS, because, you know, you've got to remember Luna is disabled and she's had a fall from a wheelchair, and you know, and she's hurt her knee. So don't say that it's a drain on the NHS. Anybody can use the hospital, A&E, or the NHS when they've been in a situation like Luna, so don't say that, please.
And
Thank
also,
you.
I was, yeah, people joking about my voice again. Look, guys, I have a funny voice when I'm tired. It's part of my ME. ME affects everything to do with your body. People need to educate themselves. ME is in the news a lot at the moment, and people should educate themselves about it. And Miss Red, I'd actually invite you to come live with me sometime and do a discussion about ME if you'd be prepared to, and to educate people.
Yes, I mean, I absolutely love that. I've got a few things on though, so I will have to check.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be immediately, not at all. No. But I'm just saying, I don't know if you know that I'm moving. I don't know if you know that I'm moving.
Yeah, definitely. If you need any help guys, thank you for the money guns, but I won't be dinging anybody. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, I would do that with you, Luna.
I'd rather leave it till after I've moved, but if you'd like to do that with me to help raise awareness more, because you've got a big platform and people do watch you, and it would be nice to do something positive to help other people, which is all I'm ever trying to do. I'm trying to help people, and the number of people who send me messages on and off the app saying, thank you for what you've done. I've been diagnosed with this. I've been diagnosed with PCOS. I've got ME. You're helping me. You keep me company, all this type of thing. I get that all the time.
Can I just jump in quickly?
Yeah, of course you can, Charlotte. Sorry, I'm rabbiting.
That's all right. So I live like very local to Luna. So I know exactly where it is that you went off the curb. And it was daylight when it happened, and you can see that it's a curb.
You know in that video though, Charlotte, or even I couldn't see in the video. And
but it was much darker. By the time she'd come out of the theatre, it was much darker.
It was darker, but Charlotte, but also it wasn't daylight when it happened. It was starting to get dark. It was very grey last night. It wasn't sunshine. There was no shadows, and the curb was very dark.
It was daylight, though. You can see from the screen recording. I didn't say it wasn't
daylight. I said it was starting to get dark.
After you'd fallen out of your chair, you could see that it was still daylight outside.
Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't.
And also, you were quite happy to sit through a whole theatre show before going to seek help. And then when you was in the hospital, you could hear the doctor calling out other patients' names. That's why you were told to come off of live.
Well, first of all, other people. Now, I'm not saying you could, because I haven't listened to it. Other people have told me they couldn't hear any names. So I'm not going to say one way or the other because I haven't
Obviously, I'm not going to say the name.
I haven't listened to it.
You could quite clearly hear someone's name.
Right. I haven't listened to it, Charlotte. Secondly, trolls put the hospital switchboard number in the live to get people to phone the hospital. And it was
so they should have. So they should have. You shouldn't be live streaming while sitting in A&E.
There was 4 people in there. If there had been a lot of people, a whole crowd, I would have.
That's not the point, Luna. You shouldn't be sitting in A&E on live stream.
I was talking with my friends. I wasn't in my own stream. I wasn't in my own stream. I was talking with friends, keeping me company.
Regardless, you were still on live, Luna.
Yeah, I didn't say I wasn't on my live. I said I wasn't in my own live.
That's beyond the point. It doesn't matter whether you was on your own live or someone else's live.
Have you ever been in A&E in a lot of pain on your own and wanted some company?
I have, yeah, and I haven't gone on live.
Yeah, but my friends are on live.
You not got the numbers?
My friends are on live, Charlotte. And if there have been a whole load of people in the A&E...
Just one more thing. There was a really lovely lady...
If there had been a load of people in A&E and it had been busy, I would have not gone on live. And the actual nurse in the A&E actually said to...
Kumbaya, my okay, so while you was on live and you was asking if anyone could come with you to the hospital because of you weren't sure of the roads, this, that and the other... There was a really lovely lady that was willing to drive 15 minutes into town to come and see you, to then do a 30-minute walk with you to the hospital. And by the time she'd got into town, you had just jumped into a cab.
I think Luna is refusing to reply to you, Charlotte. But
No, I'm
Charlotte,
not. I didn't realise I was mic'd up.
oh, sorry, darling. Sorry.
I did not realise I was mic'd up. So, you're talking about Amy, who's one of my followers. She was going to walk into town, yes.
No, she was going to drive into town.
Oh, right. I thought
because
she was
lived
walking
out
into
of
town.
You then wanted her to park up in town, do
No,
the
I didn't
30-minute
discuss
walk
all
with you
this
to
with
the
her,
hospital,
Charlotte.
and then expect her to then walk half an hour back on her own at night into town. You were more than happy for her to do
Can I
that.
say this, Charlotte? I didn't know she was driving into town. I thought she was walking into town.
You knew she was driving because
I
she
didn't.
wrote where she lived in the chat.
I don't know where she lived.
She put it in the chat and it was
That
pinned
chat
and
was
you
going
responded
so
to her
fast.
comment.
That chat was going so fast. I didn't have a bloody clue where she was coming from, except that
Yes,
she
you
was
did.
saying she was local.
That's not
Alright.
the point. You still didn't want to do that journey on your own because
Yes,
you
I
were
didn't.
worried and it
I
was
didn't want to
night.
go on my
But you were
wheelchair
more than
on my own,
happy
and
for
people in
another
the chat were
lady to
saying
do
to
the
me,
walk
I
on
had
her
over
own.
1.8 thousand in the chat,
And then you
people were
jumped in
telling
the
me to get a
cab. By
taxi,
the
so I
time
got
she
a
got
bloody
into town,
taxi.
you jumped in the cab, didn't even apologise.
I
And then
did,
your
and she
mods
messaged
in the
me. Do you want me
chat,
to I
people
can
were
show the
saying,
message that
Luna,
says from
can I finish
Amy.
my sentence, please? By the time she got into town and people in the comments were saying justice for Amy, your mods were sat there laughing. Pitter and I can't remember the other lady's name were sat there laughing and started playing violin sounds over it.
No, they
Taking the
didn't.
piss. Yes, they did.
They absolutely did not.
Yes, they did, Luna. Ask Pitter. She said, oh, I don't care. Amy doesn't care.
Amy messaged me, Miss Red, I will happily send you a screenshot. Amy messaged me and said, I've gone to McDonald's, it's not a problem.
Even still, your mods were still taking the absolute piss out of her.
Well,
by playing
I
this
will be
violin. I
100%
feel sorry
honest,
for
Charlotte, and
Amy.
say, when I was in the taxi, I was barely looking at my phone.
It was
okay?
while you were paused. I think
Oh,
it was while
well, I
you were
don't know what
paying.
happened
When you
while I was
arrived at the
paused, do
hospital,
I?
you were paying for the cab.
Right.
That's when they did it.
While
Ask
I was
Pitter.
paused, I have no idea what was happening.
Everyone in the chat is agreeing with me. So
Well, I will ask them if that's what happened. I will ask them if that's what happened.
That's
but
exactly
while
what
I was
happened.
paused, how am I supposed to know what's happening?
right, well, I've said what I've got to
Helen's in
say
the chat,
anyway.
Miss Red.
I'm not
Can
going to
you
sit
see
here
Helen
and
asking to
argue
be
with you,
boxed?
Luna.
She was
Thanks
one
for
of the
the
ones who was
everyone.
in
It
the
wasn't
live
needed.
with me.
Thank you for letting me in, Miss Red.
No problem, Charlotte. Right, let's get Helen in.
Thank you, Miss Red.
No
Hi,
problem.
Helen. I think it's the same Helen.
No, it wasn't me, Miss Red. Sorry, I've just been trying to get in. Like, I've got so a new thing that I've actually been looking up is ME is now called fibromyalgia. They are putting it in the
No,
category.
fibromyalgia and ME are two different
They
things.
are putting it in the category of fibromyalgia, which is what I've seen on the NHS website. And
Can I just say, please, are you and Luna friends?
No.
I go in Luna's live. Like, I
Yes,
do
this is not the same Helen
I'm
who
not
was
the
live
same
with me.
one. I'm not the same one. but I've just been trying to.
Helen, hang on, Helen, darling. Which Helen did you want in? Because I don't want this to be.
I don't know if it was this Helen or...
No, it wasn't me, sweetheart.
It wasn't you.
No, darling.
Who did
Okay.
you want in, Luna? Luna, who did you want in?
The Helen who was live with me last night. Her name's Helen
Right.
on TikTok. I can't see her at the moment.
Oh, sorry, I thought you wanted Helen in the box. Did
Yeah,
you
I
ask
was
for
saying
Helen?
bring Helen in, but it was the other
one.
Helen.
I've just been trying to get in the box. I just want to say, Miss Red, obviously I've looked at it, and it does state that they are putting ME, whether they have or haven't.
No,
into the same-
Helen, can I explain it? ME and fibromyalgia can
Yeah, my dad
and
had
regularly
ME
go
before he passed
together.
away, so I know
They're
the
not the same thing.
Okay,
Let me
that's
just
okay.
get
Have you finished your FYP, Miss Red?
Sorry.
Have you finished your FYP? Because we were just going round in circles.
We're talking about different
Oh.
things, Megsy.
Well, the thing is, we like to go around in circles around here, but we will move on shortly. Have you had enough? Meg?
Sorry?
I said,
No,
have you had enough of this
I just obviously with like people coming in and having a go at Luna. It's just not nice. And obviously,
Megs,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
quite
thinking-
happy to carry on talking and set the record straight.
I just want to say I'm not here to go to be horrible to you, Luna, at all.
That's okay, Helen. I'm not being horrible to you either, and I apologise if I come across like that.
No,
I'm
that's
purely
fine.
just wanting to explain there is a difference.
Yeah.
Sorry, Miss Red.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Sorry, I put Helen. Sorry, Helen. No offence, but I put you in the box because I thought Luna
Yeah, no,
wanted
that's
to
fine.
win.
I was trying to get in anyway, but I just want to say I'm not here to obviously be horrible to Luna or.
I'm not taking it that way, Helen.
No, that's fine. I just obviously because what people are going on about you falling and stuff, I wasn't around.
No, that's absolutely fine.
So I don't have obviously an
No
opinion
problem.
on that.
No problem.
All right, I'm gonna drop down now anyway, but I'll say in the comments. Thank you for letting me up.
No problem, Helen.
Thank you,
Sorry, sorry, Luna. I thought
That's
that
all
was
right.
the
Don't
Helen.
worry.
I thought that was the Helen that you wanted.
No, that's absolutely fine.
John's here now. John, this is about Luna today. Go on, Luna.
How do I explain this? I am using my TikTok to help people to have my own social life, to there are so many things I'd like to say to answer trolls and bullies. I'm gonna have a social life.
Luna, darling, don't worry about the trolls and bullies. I know that it's hard, right? But you just do you. You know, you keep on being fabulous, doing your cruises and your lives.
I'm not going on any cruises in the next in the next year at least, because of the move. Because of the move. Because of the move, it's costing a lot of money to move to a bungalow, and I need to move to a bungalow. Sorry?
A bunker?
A bungalow.
Oh, a bungalow. I thought, but what are you moving to a bunker? I thought she said bunker. I was going to say, is life that bad?
Didn't you realise I'm really one of those apocalypse?
Where's she gone? I did not touch that. I didn't touch the screen. Luna, if you want to come back in the box, darling, jump back in the box. I was going to say she's moving to a bunker. What's going on? But Luna, obviously I've had you back here today because I've seen, the trolling that you're getting on the FYP and what happened to you yesterday, that fall. It's serious and it's not a time to be hating on somebody when they've had an accident like that, and get that council claiming, darling, because where there's a blame, there's a claim. And think of all the cruises you can have with that money. Yes, council are loaded, you know what I mean? Right. And I love Luna around these ways. We will not bun. Tuna, thank you very much. I think Miss Mod's got... No, I don't know what happened to her. I don't know why she got disconnected. Guys, can we please carry on tapping the screen, getting your heart missing, and also chip away at the potatoes? Thank you very much, because we're in for a show today, guys. I told you. It's not over yet. Big love, Cockapoo. Thank you very much. Yes, come on, guys. Tap, tap, heart this. Thank you very much. Right, guys, I'm getting Luna back in the box. Thank you, everybody, just for 2 more minutes.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened, darling. Come on, Luna, take it away.
I was literally just saying I'm not one of these apocalypse disaster people who, what's the word, stockpile stuff and stuff. No, bungalow, not bunker.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a good giggle. So, yeah, I want to say thank you for listening, Miss Red. Thank you for giving me the chance to explain. Thank you for being nice about it. And I want to ignore all the bullies and all the trolls. I just want people to leave me alone and let me get on with my stuff and them carry on doing their own stuff. And let this be an end to it, please. It is destroying my mental health. I just want to be left alone.
That's all she's asking, guys. Just let the lady live in peace, please. With that being said, Luna, I'm wishing you all the best and a speedy recovery, darling. And give the bird a kiss from me.
Thank you, Miss Red.
Bye, darling. Yes. Guys, you can be ruthless sometimes, you know. I mean. And I did see John enter the chats. I don't know why people are saying put John in the box. I don't know what John's done apart from that video. Yes. Right, guys. What are we rising John for? We're not rising, John. It was about Luna today. I mean, I've got nothing against John, but today was about Luna. Yes. Right, where are we going from here? Thank you, everybody, for your heart maze and the taps. Yes, we won't be slacking around these ways. Thank you very much. Right, so yesterday, I don't know, those of you that was watching Delusive Angie, was anybody... Oh, shut up, you. Was anybody watching Delusive Angie yesterday? Don't forget, we'll open the boxes once I finish talking, so you can come in and have your say. So yesterday, it was an eventful day yesterday in Delusive Angie's, wasn't it? I was super invested. Yes, super invested yesterday. However, I wanted to talk about when Demetrios and Keisha joined the box, Demetrio and Keisha. Did anybody see any of that? So basically, let me tell you a little bit of... made me jump. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we're talking about that couple, obviously, that was in Angie's yesterday. Thank you, everybody. Let's go, because I'm only 9 on the popular. It isn't good enough for a Friday. So anyway, there's this couple, 16, and I think this guy was 58. Okay? So there's been a lot of controversy around the relationship. Thank you for the wristbands. Now, at the end of the day, I'm going to have an opinion on this, all right? So, the reason that people sing the Clap Clap song for Deandro is because he gets called the Beast because of his, things around DB, and also he was messaging a 16-year-old girl, wasn't he? So he's got that label as a beast, right? And then a couple of weeks ago, we had the Alfie situation where Alfie, I don't know if you remember, it was all over the TikTok. And again, Alfie's not a friend of mine. I don't like Deandro. But these people got loads of grief, got called all the worst. And many other people that have messaged 16-year-olds have got grief because at the end of the day, morally, it's wrong, okay? Yes, the legal age of consent is 16, but legally, in the eyes of the law, you are still a child at 16, right? So yes, you can consent to it, but what I don't like on TikTok, right, is how people pick and choose. People pick and choose what is wrong and what is right, even though it's the same situation. Let's be honest, consent is 16, but morally, if you're 58 and you're going with a 16-year-old, trigger warning, it's fucking wrong, right? No 58-year-old man has got any business being with a 16-year-old girl. I don't care how they fell in love, what happened, it shouldn't happen, because that girl was still a child, all right? And I ain't going to sit back anymore and be biased because I don't want to upset people. I'm going to come on here and I'm going to be real with you. I don't care how many followers they got, how many people join the live, right? It's wrong. 16, like I say, is consensual, but in the eyes of the law, you're still a child under the age of 18. Therefore, he still got with a child, okay? So, like, if he joins my box, I don't really care. And this Keisha girl's done nothing wrong. She's a lovely girl. She's done absolutely nothing wrong. But he had no business as a big 58-year-old man being with a 16-year-old as far as I'm concerned. Don't sit right with me. It's wrong. I'm not calling him a peddler or anything, but what he's done is morally wrong. If it was my 16-year-old daughter, ain't no way she's getting with a 50-year-old man over my dead body, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the clip from Angie's live yesterday. And I did speak about this before, but I don't know if any of Team Red remember. He joined my box and kind of shut it all down because at the time, Keisha, who's a beautiful, lovely girl, right? Remember, people shouldn't be attacking her because she's done nothing wrong, absolutely nothing. He come in the box and kind of shut it all down because she was going, she was going through a mental health thing. But, this couple also need to remember that you can't jump in a box and be angry and things like that, because you have brought your relationship to TikTok. So if anything's brought to TikTok, people are going to want to talk about it. Oh, big up Cockapoo. Love you, darling. Thank you, Chris. Big up Cockapoo. Do you agree with me? If something is brought to TikTok, and this couple are openly on this platform doing lives, you've got to expect people to have their say and talk about it. And I'm going to have my say today, because I really wanted to join that box yesterday, but I thought I'm not going to join the box because I don't want to rant and rave, right? What happens on TikTok if someone's liked, like this Keisha's really liked, and so she should be, she's a lovely girl, right? But it's like, I'll leave them alone, let them be happy. But at the end of the day, what he did was wrong. And people are allowed to fucking have a say on it. People are allowed to be outraged. I'm wishing no hate for the couple, but I will sit here now and say he was wrong. She was a child. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Chris. And look, I'm not having that, you know, she was 16, she was mature. At 16, I thought I was mature. Do you know what I mean? Got with a 26-year-old man at 16, had the worst 8 years of my life, but out of it, I got 3 beautiful children. But looking back, I was groomed. You know, this 26-year-old, right, had no business. You know, I thought I was a big bad girl. Mentally, I was still a child. Even though, I practically raised myself, I was a child. I was 16, fresh out of high school. He shouldn't have come anywhere near me. But at the end of the day, I don't regret my children. I'll always say that. Thank you, Shell and Chris. So let me play this video. I can see you waiting for the box, darling. Just let me play the video and then I'll get you in the box.
Yeah? And I've become a very different human being to the 18-year-old man that I was.
Right.
Now, what do you have? 1 second. I would like to know what you. 1 second.
Sorry,
I would like to know what you have in common with a 16-year-old when you met her at the age of whatever age that you were.
What age are you, mate?
I'm 36 years of age, and I would never get with a 16-year-old.
I don't know how old you are, Joe. Joe, I don't know how old you are, but life has changed.
I'm 55, and my partner is 36.
I think the 80s and the 70s were a bit different growing up. You know, the way we looked at the world was completely...
Right, let me pause that, right. So this really annoys me, people that jump in a box and say, well, you know, I'm moving my stall for this because it gets me angry. People that jump in the box and say, well, you know, I got with my partner when I was 15, 16, he was 19, he was 20, da-da-da-da. There's a big difference between 16 and 58. There's a massive difference, right? Couple of years, kind of get it. Like back in the day, things were different. Do you get what I'm saying? But we can't keep on making excuses as to why. And people saying, oh, it's okay. Leave them to it as long as they're happy. They've got to expect people to question, you know, what's happened. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't come on the live ranting and raving because people have got strong opinions about it. You can't go calling other people beasts for messaging 16-year-olds and then, you know, oh, that person's a beast, this person's a beast, but we'll leave them because we like them. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not inciting hate. This is because I watched it yesterday. He always talks over the girl, and I think she's a lovely, beautiful girl. Always talks over her, and he gets really, like, angry and aggressive with people.
This day and age, to answer your question, someone, you fall in love with them, you know.
But Dimitri, you can't fall in love with a child mentally.
Hang on, Devon, let me come in there a minute.
When I met her, she was 16. She's right, but she was turning 17, and we obviously both spoke about it and thought we're going to get shit for this. You know what I mean? Listen, right.
She's very older-minded. She had a lot of responsibility. She works too hard. When can I just say,
she probably weren't
my first relationship.
Oh, I'm not listening to people talk about first relationships. Anyway, so
Can I just ask?
right. So anyway, that was yesterday in Angie's live, and I really wanted to jump in the box. Yesterday, I was really tempted, but yeah, Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, he shouldn't have gone near a 16-year-old girl at 58. He should have known better. At the end of the day, she's a child. He's a grown-ass man, lived a life, got children. You know, she's just starting out. Do you know what I mean? She ain't even had her first girly holiday or shit like that. And I'll stand by it now. What he did wasn't right. Right, guys, so I'm going to open the boxes. We're going to get my bestie in. Yes. So if you want to join the boxes, guys, please jump in the box.
So can I just address one comment that I've just seen?
Yeah, go on, Jay.
There was a comment that I just saw. Echo.
Good morning, Miss.
Can everyone mute up, please?
So there was a comment that I've just seen that, and it's people like you discussing it that makes her mental health worse. Can I just say, none of us will take responsibility for her mental health. No one should be going at her. But can I just say, do you think that he considered her mental health when he started grooming her when she was 15, 16, 17 years old? Do you think he'd give a fuck about her then? So unless we're agreeing with this predatory behaviour, we can have an opinion. But if we don't agree with it, we can't say anything. Let me tell you something. If that was my daughter that come home and said that she was talking, or a man was talking to her, the big age of 50 whatever years old, best believe I'll be calling you the pred that you are. I don't care whether it's right or whether people deem it, oh, you should have called him this, something other. Why do you think there's historical abuse cases? Because this happens all over the world. And how dare you try and justify the fact that you were attracted to a child? How fucking dare you try and justify that you had things in common with a 15, 16, 17-year-old girl. Those people that are going at Diageo for calling him a beast, you obviously must stand by him if you were standing by Demetrius, yeah, or whatever his fucking name is. It's wrong, and I don't care what anybody says. She was a child. It's got nothing to do with Keisha. She is a young girl, okay? But him at his big grown age, with his big grown brain, should have thought, this is a kid, and I'm finding a kid attractive. Make that make sense, please. If you, and do you know what makes me mad, Donna, is that people sit there and go, oh, it's not your business, really. They're happy. It's got nothing to do with you. And this is why people get away with grooming and stuff, is because no one speaks out about it. Everybody's too worried or scared to say anything because either they won't be believed or they just don't want to get involved. If anything, child abuse is every fucker's business. Everybody's business. Do not ever be quiet about things like that. Always have your opinion and speak out about it, because it's fucking wrong. And if he comes in here and tries and justifies it, I don't care. I'll call it for what it is, Donna. He has preyed on a young girl, and I won't hear anything different.
Yeah, guys, you can unmute. Hi, Papa.
Hello, you're right, everyone.
Yeah.
I agree with what Jay's just said. If even at me, I'm only 40, I would not look at a 16-year-old fucking girl in any way like that. It's fucking disgusting. It is predator. You are a predator if you at 50-odd-year-old are dating a 16-year-old, because what's 16? Is it 50? Just turned 16? Is it just towards 17? It makes no difference. It's fucking vile. How can any man find a young girl attractive and then want to date that girl at 16 years old?
Do you know what, Ben? I don't want to hit. Do you know, it really stresses me when people join the box and say, well, I'm 55 and my boyfriend's 30. I don't give a shit. They're older. What relevance has that got?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, Jay? At some point, age does become irrelevant, but not 16 to 30, 16 to 50. Maybe 30 to 50, age is irrelevant, because you've grown up. You know what you want. You know the difference between, am I being groomed? Am I being told what I want in life? Because what do your kids do as kids? They'll do anything you want. They'll do anything you ask them to do if you give them what they want. If I said to my son, right, Jack, I want you to do the dishwasher, I'll give you a tenner. He's like, real do, Dad, no problem. Yeah. But at 30-year-old, if I said to him, Jack, I'll give you a tenner to do the dishwasher, he'll say, fuck off, Dad. So that's the difference, the mentality of the person who's thinking, am I accepting this gift for the right reason? No, they're not. And this person might be 16 and she might be a beautiful girl. She might have the best life in the world, but she might have the worst life in the world and looking for somebody to stand up for her. And that somebody is a fucking predator. I'm sorry, anyone at 50-odd-year-old, and in fact, anyone above probably 19 that's looking at a 16-year-old, there's something not rating here.
And if you do agree with it, and if you do agree with
us.
that, I'm telling you now, if you agree and you think, oh, well, it's no one's business really, like, blah, 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 you're fucking dangerous as well and you're one to watch, yeah? Because God forbid anything happens to your children like that, because I swear to God,
I
it's
think
not
yesterday
right.
MJ showed us that when she first came in, she was nice and calm, talking to us like an adult, and he came in all guns blazing. He was very, very defensive, and I just couldn't speak to him. I muted whilst he was in the live because I knew if I said something to him, I'd probably call him a pedo and I'd get banned. Do you know what I mean? He's so.
No, that's what he is. That's what he is. I'm sorry, that's what he is. He's with a 16-year-old. And I actually thought that the law stated if you're below 18, you are classed as a guardian above them at a certain age. So you, as a guardian, cannot sleep with a 16-year-old, even though they're of age of consent.
I read that.
Bottom line is that he's found a child attractive, right? That's the bottom line. He found a child attractive. It's as simple as that. There's no justifying it. So anybody that comes at, oh, well, the age gap between me and my partner, he's 30, I'm 55. I don't care.
There's a video out there on this username on TikTok, and he's like, it's not my fault I found her attractive.
Oh, don't.
And I was jealous. Yeah, I was jealous of men in the gym by getting these young girls, and I didn't have one, and now I found one.
Oh, but please, guys, please don't ever say, oh, it's not my business, it's no one's business. If they're happy, leave them alone. Please don't ever think that child abuse and grooming is every fucker's business. And if that was happening to my child online and I was the parent and didn't know about it, I'd expect all of you to get involved and raise awareness on it.
100%. With that, Jay, sorry, just one thing. With that, Jay, like what you say, it's everyone's business. I was always brought up that it takes a village to raise a child. And as a community on TikTok or wherever you are, that's the village. That village is to raise that child. So it is your importance. It is for you to say, hang on, that's fucking wrong. You should not be doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's basically, hi everybody, okay.
I'm going to go jump off. Bye, Red. Bye, Jay.
Bye.
Bye, bestie. Love you.
Love you.
He's just preyed on a vulnerable, beautiful young girl. You know, I don't know much about her past, but I have. He should not. Him.
Sorry, am I echoing?
It's a disgrace. He should not be looking at a child in that way.
Miss Red.
Hello, am I echoing?
You was. You've stopped echoing now.
Right, sorry. Yeah, you know. What's the difference? One, if she's 15 and then 16 the day after, is he still going to take the same stance that, you know, she's legal? And I did hear him say that, you know, he never bought her anything, or she paid her own way, etc. I bet he was still getting child benefit for her. I bet he started claiming that when they first met. Because
I don't know, like, to be honest, Laura, I don't, for me, we'll never know, you know what I mean? But, yeah, we'll never know. But I don't want to go, deep like that, because, you know, we'll start getting reported and stuff, do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
How can he find her attractive at that age? What in his mind allowed himself to get into that situation? It's just, it's predatory. It really is predatory.
Yep.
One day, unfortunately, she's going to wake up and she's going to think, what the hell have I done? What have I done? And she's going to...
quickly. Hi, Miss Red. Thank you for letting me up.
Hi, Charlotte.
I hope everyone's well. Sorry, my heart's just beating so fast because I'm really worried about this young girl's mental health right now. I understand what everyone's saying and I understand your views, guys, but you lot are saying she's grooming her, right? He's grooming her. There's 4.6k people on here telling her she's doing wrong, that her partner's this, her partner's that. And I understand, man, but this is only going to push her towards him further. And she's her mental health is at risk, guys. Do you understand?
Yeah, but Charlotte, in all fairness, respectfully, right, darling, you know, if they've brought their relationship to TikTok, right, and, you know, there's thousands of people in the live that do videos, they display their relationship all over TikTok, right? None of this is on her. She's done absolutely nothing wrong. So you can't come on a public platform, they brought it to TikTok and expect people not to be out.
Right, I'm going off the back of what's being said about Keisha and how she's going to realise and she's going to this and she's going to that and do you know what I mean? That's what I'm going off the back of. And that's all I've come up here for. I'm not come up here to argue or I've just got to do my part and just come up here and I understand everyone's got their opinions and you're all allowed them. I don't want to tackle you, Misread. I don't think anyone I want to tackle here. This is just from my point, you know. I'm really worried about her mental health. And that's from my heart. I've got an 18-year-old boy.
Unfortunately, come off TikTok.
But I've got an 18-year-old son and I just think if this was happening to him or if I had an 18-year-old daughter or however old she is, and I just think the mental strain on her, as we're all older than her and we're adults, we've lived a little bit longer than her, and I think we could be the people she reaches out to. Do you get me? But if this keeps on happening, she feels like the whole app's against her. So
I'm not against her, darling.
No, but I'm saying how she feels, Miss Red. You know, like imagine if you was in this situation. Do you know? And
I've been in this situation,
and then everyone's coming at your story and everyone's speaking about it and everyone's talking about how much she's going to regret it and how much this. We're talking very much about a young girl's relationship. Even as much as he's doing what he's doing, we're putting this on a public platform. Even me talking about it right now, I'm
not. Respectfully, Charlotte, we have not put it on a public platform.
Here now. No, we're talking about here now, Miss Red. No, we're talking about when they put it out there, that's their relationship, right? It's like you, Miss Red. If you come on here with your partner, you could do what you want. But when someone else then takes up your personal life and talks about it, it's just a little bit different for me. But all I've come up here for is just more for her mental health, and I just want you know, just to keep that in mind, please. Okay?
I think this was aimed at me over yesterday when
it's just the same thing I'm saying, basically, pal.
And you come in and said about her mental health.
Yeah.
But what everybody said up here this morning, I totally agree with them, right? They shouldn't have fetched it to the platform first. Well, not firstly. Firstly, he needs to be in a prison cell.
Yeah.
That's a little get-off, because if it was my daughter, my child, let me tell you now, he wouldn't be on this TikTok telling his story, end of. That is the end of it. What I was trying to say to that girl yesterday, in a few years' time, yes, she's still a child, and this is the point, she's a child. What her mental health is doing is, what the fuck is he fucking with a head for? Like, why has he gone there in the first beginning? Like I said, I was told he was selling D's to a man. She come on and said that wasn't right. But why was he, in my opinion, grooming her? She was 15-year-old when he first come into contact with her. He needs absolutely burning. He needs off the app, and anybody that supports them, in my opinion, is absolutely worse than he is, because we can all see what's happening from the outside in. So mental health, my Charlotte, doesn't come into it.
Oh, okay. Well, yesterday you wasn't speaking to... When I spoke to you yesterday, Pearl, about this, you actually was speaking to me on a level. I'm quite shocked of how you come at me today.
She needs protecting.
Yeah, because you actually said you understood, right, when I left your box. She was actually talking very civil yesterday. I don't know if you was there, Miss Red.
No, I wasn't. I'm still talking civil now.
Yeah, like you never said all of this yesterday, but I hear what you're saying. You've all got your opinion. Do you understand? I'm more worried about her. I don't give a damn about him. I'm going to be real. You know, I just want to be there for her.
Back in answer when you said I was affecting her mental health, so I shut up.
It will affect her mental. This will affect her.
I thought about it and I thought, no,
it will affect her
mental health by bringing it to the app. They argue on the app, they do everything on the app. He shouldn't be on this app, end of. Nothing against that little lass, and that's what she's, a little lass.
Okay, well, everyone reach out to him and tell him, or go to the right channels, please. Because at the end of the day, I just care about her and her feelings. I don't give a damn about her, man. I see her as an individual. Do you understand? And that's all I've come up for. I hope you understand, Miss Red. And
I completely get where you're coming
from. That's all I wanted to come up and say.
Can I just put this back? Can Charlotte stay in the box? Does Charlotte stay in the box? Because I actually agree with Charlotte. because I took a different angle to the situation. Yes, I agree with everyone what they're saying, but you know, as we know, grooming, you know, he's grooming this young girl and she cannot see that, right? So when you're attacking him, you're also attacking her, because it's like if I went for Simon, Miss Red's husband, I'm also attacking Miss Red, right? Because they come as one. So I do understand what Charlotte is saying, and I think if you take it as a, you know, and yes, we all know, yes, he's a wrong one, okay, we get that, okay, but if you take it from a different angle and actually help her, like I took it from a different angle, and because of that, she did say she will come back in my box. Okay.
Angie, you can't, I'm sorry, you can't take that the same situation as Donna and Simon.
Well, I haven't finished. Yeah, but no, Pearl, I haven't finished. What I'm saying is she's a couple. This is what she is seeing, right? She is with this guy. It doesn't matter about anything else. What I'm saying is if you attack him, you're attacking her. That's how she's seeing it, right? And she has got a lot of hate, unfortunately. God knows why, but that's how she sees it. She has got a lot of hate. You attack him, you're attacking her. So Charlotte is talking, right? If you come, if people are attacking him, let me finish, please. If she's present, yeah, and everyone's attacking him, I get where everyone's coming from, and everyone's attacking him, and she's present in that box. She feels like you're coming for her too, and I've just taken it from a different angle, as I don't give a shit about him, and I'm going to make sure her welfare and she is okay. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you,
about him.
Angie.
So basically, I've taken it. Are you okay? And how did you know? And I'm talking to her on a personal level, okay? And she wants to come back in my box, and that's how you got to treat someone that is being groomed. You know, is to try and get that person away from that groomer. By everyone going on the attack, she's just gonna distance herself from you lot. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly, but that's all that everybody's doing is protecting her. I know it looks.
You're not, Pearl. You're not protecting her. I am,
Angie. We're going to have a different opinion.
No, could you just come at me, Pearl?
No, you're coming at her. You're coming at her as well, because they come as a couple. They come as one.
You can't put Miss Red and Simon into that same category. That is a
you're not listening to what I'm saying. In her mind, yeah, she's just a couple like others. She's just, you know, she don't see herself that she's been groomed.
She's not. She was a child. She was 15, for God's sake, when he started getting with her. He's actually
you're not getting my point.
Thinking that there's nothing nice about him, and she needs protecting.
Yeah, but Pearl, she's coming in. She said to you, she's coming in your box again. No, she's not. She said she's going to come in my box. That's the way to help someone that's been groomed, not go on the attack.
Because I said he's a groomer, and he's a fucking wrong, and he needs off the app, and I don't like him. And then I chucked him because he got in the box, and I don't want to speak to him.
I know what you're saying, Paul, but that's not the way to go about it when someone's being groomed. You're attacking her as well. She don't see she's being groomed. All she sees is you going for her husband. Is it her husband? That's all what she sees. And I think you need to way to get away from this guy is to stop attacking them as a relationship and actually help her. You know, do you know what I mean?
Andy, your mate Smiles yesterday, your mate Smiles sat there and told Demetrius not to worry about the hate, not to listen to the hate, and this is meant to be a woman that's gone through that, and she's sitting there saying, oh, don't forget about the hate. Listen, no, we get the 30s and 50-year-olds, that's a very big difference. But when you're coming on, let's be honest, you've just like hit puberty, or you're just going through puberty, and you're getting with someone who's old enough to be your granddad. This ain't me attacking her, this is just me on him. But do you know what I mean? Your mate Smiles was sitting in the box yesterday saying to Dimitri, oh, don't worry about the hate, just let it go over your head, people hate me. And that's meant to be a woman who's been through this.
Yeah, well, listen, she did it for a reason, because she wanted to keep him in the box, is what she said to me. But all I'm saying is she's not going to come back in your box because you're on the attack, yeah? She feels she's being attacked. Do you get what I'm saying? You've got to take a different angle with someone that's been groomed, you know, because you're pushing her to him, you're not pushing her away from him. And you need to push him away from him, and that's not attack them as a couple.
Why would you want to keep him in the box, this predator? Why would you want to keep it in the box? Why would Mandy want to keep
people asking him questions, and I'm a true believer that, you know, if you side, I'm trying to get on her side. Do you get what I'm saying? By taking a different angle and trying to get her away from him. That's the only way to do it. If you're attacking him, you're attacking her. She's not going to want to come in the box. Do you know what I mean? She's going to go in the defense. And you know, she said she's quite happy to get my box again. And if I can get her in my box again, just on her own, and maybe, you know, do you get what I'm saying? You're attacking
I totally understand. I don't think that's the best idea. I can't lie.
But
on
what have
Auntie.
you done that's helped her? What have you done that's helped her? She's just distanced herself from all of you. She doesn't want to come in your box.
I'm just saying, like, on Keisha's part in it for her own mental health, it's probably not going to be good for her to keep jumping in boxes and going through all this. Is it not better to do it privately then?
Oh, I don't know who she is. You see, I've met her for the first time in that box. So if I can, listen, if she can, she's welcome in my box again, or we can, privately, no problem. But I just think taking it from a different angle, you take him, you're taking her because they're a couple, and that's how she sees it in her mind. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying, but I'm personally
yesterday, Angie, to speak from properly. I wouldn't have been able to speak from that way, and that's why I don't want him on my platform, because it actually angers us where you can speak to him in
do you see how she spoke to you because you attacked him? Do you get what I'm saying? She spoke to
Yes, but I
you,
didn't
and then you
attack her, I attacked him.
Yes.
And that's how
Can
I
I
feel.
just ask
And he
Angie,
just kept
sorry
coming
if that's
back.
on Achilles, how do you suggest we save her from this peddling file without criticising it on the internet?
Well, like I said, I have developed a kind of, because she did say she'll come back in my box. She said that I've taken a different angle to her relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's what she feels she's in a relationship.
How is that going to help, though?
Sorry?
How is that going to help Keisha, is what I'm asking.
Well, the thing is, I have, like I said, I have, spoken to her. She said on Pearl's Live that I've taken a different angle to it, where other people have just attacked the relationship. And she's going to distance herself from you. And I'm going to, I'll send her a message and, see if she's okay. Because Charlotte is right. Her mental health and her well-being is the most important, right? But like I said, she feels she's attacking her.
Angie, I agree.
A different angle, yes.
I agreed with that yesterday, Angie, but what I'm trying to say, I've sat back and thought about it. And listen, if he's going to do more to her mental health than anybody else trying to help her, that's the end of. He's a predator.
I don't see you trying to help her.
Opinion, he's a predator, he's a wrong un, and he's an absolute, well, he's no better than a peddler. So yes, I'm saying it on here. That's in my opinion. That's what he's like for a 15-year-old girl and a man who's nearly 60 years old.
Pearl, I agree with you. I told you my story who I went from.
Thank you, Rose. I'm dropping. Thank you.
I'm going to drop down too. But anyways, thanks, Donna, for letting me up.
Today. No, Auntie, I do get where you're coming from. Guys, I'm not saying it to kiss Angie's ass, but I do get where Angie is coming from. Everybody attacking her man, and she's going to be on the defence.
You know what it is, though, Miss Red.
This is not about her. She's a beautiful young girl, and she's got the rest of her life to live. This is about his behaviour,
What Andy's saying is correct, because you got to remember when stuff like this happens in the real life, you have specialist teams who talk to. Some police officers can't talk to children who are groomed like that. So you have to take a different approach and build a rapport with them. And I feel like Angie has done that. So everyone criticizing, saying, you defended him. No one's defending him. No one's doing this. Angie's building a rapport so she can talk to her properly.
Yeah. I do get it, Top Girl. I understand. It wasn't my intention of when I talked about this today. I only talked about it because it was talked about yesterday. It's all over the FYP. But I just wanted to have my opinion on the situation that him getting with that girl was wrong. But this, in no way, I don't want this live to affect her in any way. But I feel like we're all being shut down in a sense. Do you get what I'm saying? We're all being shut down. We're not allowed to speak about it. And it just grinds my gears. And
I think, Miss Red, I think, yes.
They tried asking him questions and he was becoming really aggressive towards Devon. And Devon was simply saying, please tell me what you have in common with a 16-year-old girl. But at the time, she was 15 when they started talking. There's loads of evidence that's been on the FYP through her Facebook where he actually wished her happy birthday on her 15th birthday.
I mean, he shouldn't have. He said to me, he said to me that you can't help who you fall in love with. But I never said that when he was in the box because of that reason. The angle that I'm taking, but that I took. But after he jumped out, I did say that he shouldn't have got close to a 16-year-old for him to fall in love with her in the first place.
Yeah, I know that your take was the same as what we're saying. You're not condoning it anyway, but your approach is different, you know? I
think people can come for him, but not when she's present, because you don't see it that way.
Well, it's a good job, like, they're not here today, so, you know.
I totally agree with you, Angie. When we were seeing it yesterday, it was like, see, as soon as Peril attacked Demetrius, then the thing, Keisha's back went right up, because she sees herself as to protect him. She is going to dig her heels in. The more you tell her not, it's like a child, the more you tell a child not to do something, they're going to try it, they're going to do it. I'm not saying she's a child, she's just a young girl, but as soon as you start attacking him, you will defend him. And I think the right way to go about it is speaking to her and just understanding where she's coming from and understanding the situation that she's in, and then maybe guiding her to say, well, this is how I feel about it, etc., etc. Instead of saying, well, you can't do that. The minute you tell somebody you can't do it, they're going to go ahead and do it anyway. But I also see it from Peril's point of view as well. She's like me. I mean, anybody that involves herself with a child, that I just get M on my mind. It's murder on my mind, you know what I mean? But you can't go about it like Peril's attacking Demetrius, because Keisha will just no entertain it whatsoever.
It just doesn't get you anywhere. It didn't get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? He'll drop them. It didn't get them anywhere. And the reason I compared with Miss Red, you know, Simon, is because that's how she sees it in her head. Yeah, she's in a relationship. She don't see herself through.
I get it.
I mean, us women, we've all been 15, 16 at one point, and we were always like, I was attracted to older people. I didn't realise it was wrong at the time. You realise now that you're older that it is wrong, and it's about education. It's about educating the younger generation to say, look, this isn't right, and this is the reasons why it's not right. But my mum also told me that I couldn't do that, and I was like, well, fuck you, I'm going to do it anyway. Do you know what I mean? So attacking him is going to get her back up, and she's just going to defend him. So that's not the way to go about it. Definitely not.
Yeah. No, I get it, Paula. Who hasn't spoken yet?
No. Right, I'll drop down and give somebody else a box. Thanks, Miss Red. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. I've got no more time to get anybody in a box, guys, because I'm coming off at 12. Hi, Unicorn Gemstar.
I wanted to speak about Luna, but I don't know, have we gone past that? Or
I mean, if you want to speak about Luna, darling, you're more than welcome.
I was... Because I started following her, because I'm disabled and that, I'm not going to trauma dump, don't worry. And I started following her because she was housebound and that. So I was housebound and I started following her. And then I realised she goes out a lot more than probably able-bodied people. So, and then she started like just talking about herself a lot. So I was like, I don't think she's really going to help me. And I didn't really understand what her point on TikTok was, because all she done was argued with people. So, and then obviously this curb thing happened, and I could see the curb. So, and
okay. So basically, you followed her, you liked her, and then you started to feel a bit disappointed. But I do think it's quite the fact that, you know, she is disabled and she does get out a lot. I think she gets out more than me. Do you know what I mean? I do think that's great. But I think a lot of people do that.
People in the comments are saying, "Speed up! I've got a brain tumour and I've had a stroke, so I can't talk." Fast
guys,
and
keep
stuff,
kind in the comments. Yeah, guys, please be kind in the comments. I think we do that. We follow creators, you know, we like them, and then we listen, and we don't like what they've got to say. But thank you for joining, Unicorn Gemstar, and have a lovely weekend, darling. Bye, darling.
Thank you.
Guys, can we be kind to people in the boxes, please? Because it takes a lot to get up in front of 4,000 people and, you know, have a say. We don't know what they're going through mental health-wise, health-wise. Mods, can we keep on top of the chat, please? Thank you. Hi, Demi Lee.
Hi, Miss Red. No, I just wanted to come in because I've got a difference of opinion on it. Because, I mean,
it's been a shock horror year. I was really let down by my parents and social services because I had a baby at 15 with a 45-year-old man.
Yeah.
And I just think all this, like, I understand what Angie's saying and stuff like this, but, you know, like, all this on live, she's going to feel like she's got nowhere to turn to because she's going to be judged exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
I just think, again, she was let down by different agencies because she's already said on the live that, you know, she was looking after her brothers and sisters at 16 years old. And it's just a cycle. I feel like she feels like he's the only man that's going to love her, just as I did. You know,
I get it.
Like, I had no one else to love and he loved me. And I mean, even still to this day, Miss Red, I won't lie, I understand he groomed me and I understand it all, and I wouldn't be happy if my daughter then went and done it. But I still love this man now. I mean, he's dead now, unfortunately. But I think it's hard to break the cycle of abuse, if you get what I mean, once you've gone through your whole life.
Yeah,
you know, I think that's the problem with her. It's so hard to get out of that situation when you feel like you've got nobody.
Yeah, yeah. And I know, like, she looks happy and everything, do you know what I mean? But their relationship is such a big thing on TikTok, and I think it resonates with some people. Like, you know, I've spoke about my story. I got with an older guy and you know, we weren't so good. I kind of couldn't wait to leave the house because of what was going on at home, and I ran to the first person just to get away from the situation at home, to show me attention, and it was the worst thing that I did, you know. So we can resonate with what we're seeing.
This is why I say to people, you, especially you on this app, Miss Red, you're probably the only person, like, not the only one, but the most realist one, because you don't sugarcoat it and you'll say, look, I've had these experiences and maybe we shouldn't talk about this and maybe we shouldn't talk about that, but you can relate to people, whereas people are just running off their mouths and they don't really understand it, you know what I mean? Not like you do, you've been through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. How are you now, Demi Lee? Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I turned 23 this year and I'm in a really happy relationship with somebody else. And he's not old, by the way. He's young. He's my age.
It don't matter if he is old or older, do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, he's like a few years older than me, but like, and I think you just, you know what the turnaround for me, Miss Red, was, honestly? Having my daughter, because I thought, I'd be doing 25 years if she come home with a 45-year-old bloke, do you know what I mean? So that was my turnaround.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Demi Lee, darling, for coming in and, you know, having me say. Have a lovely weekend, darling.
Yeah,
Bye, darling. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, mine's like a different approach. I think the legal age for consent should be up to 18, not 16, because like if there's like a 17-year-old lad dating a 16-year-old girl or vice versa, and then he turns 18, they've sent sort of naughty pictures to each other, he could get done for that. Like, it's just so messed up, like the whole law around age of consent. That's all I wanted to say. Really?
Yeah, I mean, when I come off, I do a poll actually, because I'm interested to think what people think. Because 16, you know, you are still a baby and you think you know it all and you don't understand the seriousness of what you're messing around with, do you know what I mean? But I don't know, maybe it should happen. I think in some countries it is 18, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesse Rose just said in my country. Yeah. Thank you, Amanda, darling.
Thanks.
Bye, love. Have a lovely weekend.
Bye.
Hi, Scorpio. Thank you for waiting patiently.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm really nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I was 14 and he was 37 and I didn't have a lot of people around me and I didn't even know I was being groomed. But I think back then, even if you'd have told me, I would have gone, it would have thought us two more together, if you get what I mean. So I can understand people's approach where they're saying, but we're protecting her, we're not protecting him, like Angie's approach. I get that, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, if you've got a daughter, what are you going to do who's going out for a 37-year-old? You're going to be angry, you're going to, do you know what I'm saying? So you've got mothers here as well, and you've got other people that have been through abuse and have a different stance on it, you know? I think the only way to do this is to get it 18 onwards, you know, it should be up. The legal limit should be up. Is too young. 16 is just too young. You don't know yourself. You don't know your body. You don't know anything yet at 16. You know.
You're literally fresh out of high school. Do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Yeah. And I just wanted to come on and just give a bit of love to everybody really who's gone through anything like that. And it's hard. Even today, it's still hard, you know, for everybody. So it's such an emotional subject to talk about anyway. But if you've been through it and you've got kids and, you know, you're trying to break the cycle as well at the same time, and you see your girl trying to act older, put her makeup on, and you think, oh my God, straight away your heart goes, you know.
It really
yeah. So, I'm sorry, I'm just going to get down. Thank you. Thanks,
darling. Thank you so much for joining, and you did really well in the box. I know you said you was nervous, but you got so much love in the chat. Guys, can we have some love, please, for the ladies that in the box and shared their stories? Thank you, Scorpio. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Yes, guys, let's spam the chat with love for the ladies that have joined the boxes today. TJ, I've seen you pin something. Can you pin it again, please, darling, so I can put it up on the screen? And I just want to say, guys, today, my opinion, thank you very much, TJ. Big love for that. My opinion is because of, obviously, you know, it's made FYP. And sometimes, you know, the anger just gets better with you because you sit here and you try and think of the best way to tackle the situation when you're going to talk about it. But sometimes anger just takes over, guys. You know, it just takes over. But Team Red, you know, we support her, you know. We do support her, but yeah, absolutely. Thank you, TJ, darling. I reported Paul Breach to they know about him, but right, okay. You need to be sending the pictures of Paul Breach and dresses to him as well. I'll clear a few things up, do you know what I mean? Right, guys, okay, so we do the poll, I just said. Guys, who thinks that the age of consent should be taken up to 18? I believe it should be taken up to 18 because, you know, and I did see someone in the comments saying Miss Red always makes it about her because I'm speaking about my experiences, darling. It's, you know, it's Miss Red, the name's here. All right, I'm allowed to do that. And if I'm going to share my life and what I've been through with people, and if you don't like it, don't watch. So it is going to be about me at times, okay? Right, let's do a quick poll, guys. Do you believe that the age of consent should be higher to 18? Happy face, yes. Sad face, no. 16's fine. 16 is still a baby, isn't ya? You know? Oh, thank you, Elspeth, darling. I hope you're okay, Elspeth. Yeah, I think it should be higher. I mean, these teenagers have be gutted about it, but you don't know anything at 16. You think you're big and bad and you know everything. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It won't make a difference. It won't. Well, it might, I don't know. Is it going to make a difference? Marriage to 8. Yeah, because you can get married at 16, can't you? That's insane. As a teenage mom, I wanted to be 26. I know, darling. The marriage. Yes, nothing before marriage for our daughters. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. I know we've had some triggering conversations today, but, you know, it's what we do here. And I just want to say thank you to the mods for keeping... Where did MT go anyway? MT jumped in the box and he left. Oh, thank you, Corey. Corey, we forgot to speak about you, but I'll speak about you tomorrow. I'll speak about you tomorrow, Corey. Yeah, thank you to the mods for looking after the room. You do an amazing job. Thank you. Everybody have a lovely weekend. I will be back later this afternoon. I want to really do a bit of nighttime TikTok, jump in the boxes with the gang and cause trouble. Do you know what I mean? But by the time I've had my, you know, my dinner, I'm pooped. I want to go to bed. But I will promise I'll try my hardest, stay awake, and get back on this evening and have a laugh. Oh, big love, Elena. Big up the mods. No, I'm on tomorrow, guys. I'm on Saturday because I had Monday off because I was poorly. So we're on tomorrow, but I will try and get on later. Cause a bit of trouble. But I'm heading over to Angie's live now, and I'm going to see what's going on over there. Yeah. Bye, everybody. I'll see you later. If not later, tomorrow. Big up Corey, 3.3k. Thank you, MVP Corey. Danny, Hope, Carla, Lexi, my darling, Hidden Jam, absolutely. Hollywood, thank you so much. Tammy T, Carol, TikTok Drama, Lady Rach of Lancashire, Dippy Egg, and Donkey Mom. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.